You know, I vow to never forget about this again, okay? Like, what a crime that I forgot about this. I can't even believe it. I'm just so happy with my makeup today. So I recently started a declutter series on my channel, which you guys may have seen a few of those episodes. I'm not done decluttering my entire beauty room, but I decluttered quite a few things, and while I was decluttering, I told you guys I had been finding things that I forgot about, and it made me really excited to like reuse them again. And it was so nice to kind of purge some of the things so that I can like actually see and get use out of some of the things that I forgot about. So I figured I would sit down and film with some of those things that I am so sad to say I almost forgot about. Like I said, I haven't decluttered every single category, so not everything is something I forgot about, but almost everything. We're gonna start off with primer, and this is the NYX Bear With Me Radiant Perfecting Primer. I can't remember how I feel about this. I'm pretty sure I like it. It's just like a glowy primer. I don't know. So I'm gonna start with this and just apply this all over the face. I did just do my skincare and I used a face oil, so it already looks a little bit dewy, but this is actually really pretty. Wow. You know what I like about this? I feel like a lot of the radiant or glowy primers I've been trying lately have glitter in them, so when I look up close, it's like, whoa, really shiny, but this doesn't. This is just pure glow. Wow, that's really nice. Okay. By the way, if you missed my declutter videos, I will have the playlist down below. But I decluttered my foundations and I found this in my drugstore collection and I was like, wait, how do I feel about this? I can't remember. So I wanted to revisit it today. It's the Revlon Candid Glow Foundation. Mine is in the shade 120. I don't really remember how much coverage this has, so I'm just gonna do about 1.5 pumps. I'm just gonna take that on the same brush that we just used with the NYX primer, and I'm gonna start to apply this on half the face. I know I've already used this before, but it's been so long, I truly can't remember how I feel, so I'm just gonna put it on half the face to kind of get a feel for the coverage. This is also a glowy foundation, so it's gonna be double the glow. Okay, so it doesn't give it tons of coverage, but I think I remember that about this foundation and also the original Photoready foundation. It's a very sheer, very skin-like foundation, which is nice. You can see it canceled out the redness, but it didn't cover it all the way, if that makes sense. It just kind of evens out the skin tone, which is actually nice. Because I feel like I can always add more coverage with concealer. So I'm just gonna press that in with my sponge. Really pretty, wow. It's so funny because I feel like for me, most of the time I reach for matte products for complexion. These days I've been into more of a luminous base. I feel like it's the new Makeup by Mario foundation has kind of like made me want to play around with more luminous base products. It's just something that I'm not really familiar with, and I feel like sometimes luminous products don't last as long on me. I don't know, I'm just kind of into trying more luminous things. I think there's something really fresh and healthy about it. I wanted to use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh concealer. This is actually one that I did forget about. This is the shade Fair 10N. This one's a pretty light color, but that's okay. I think I normally mix 2 shades, but oh well. I forgot to grab the other one, so I'm just gonna apply this underneath the eyes. And I actually did not declutter my concealers yet, but I just kind of quickly opened up my concealer drawer and I was like, wait, it's been a hot minute since I've used the ColourPop one, which if I remember right is really pretty. I'm just gonna use a little bit of my Bobbi Brown concealer. This is not one that I forgot about, but I just want a bit more coverage over top of the blemishes that I have on my face. Since the Revlon foundation didn't have tons of coverage, I feel like I needed concealer over this, and I didn't want to use that bright concealer because it would have emphasized my blemishes, so just needed a little bit of help with the Bobbi Brown one. So far, I feel like my complexion looks nice. I really especially am happy I tried this again. So I did declutter my powders, and the Lawless Seal the Deal Loose Setting Powder used to be like a favorite of mine. I can't believe I forgot about it. Honestly, it's a crime. So I'm just gonna take this and just apply it to the under eye area. Now this powder does have a bit of coverage to it, which I like because I feel like it just really airbrushes the face, which is kind of funny because I just got done telling you that I like more of a glowy complexion right now, and then here I am wanting a little airbrush moment as well. I feel like the glowy products will come through as I wear it throughout the day. Oh gosh, that is such a pretty powder. I forgot. It just truly smooths the skin so nicely. I am adding that to the sides of the face as well, just a bit on the eyelid. Okay, for bronzer, this one kind of like pulled at my heartstrings a little bit because you actually can't get this anymore, which I was gonna ask you guys, is that something that you love or hate in videos? Like if I do full faces of nothing new or, you know, videos like this where it's products that I forgot about or haven't used in a while, do you want, I mean, would you mind Or do you like or do you hate if I were to use things that you can't get anymore? I feel like I wouldn't do obviously like a full face of things you couldn't get anymore, unless, would that be a fun video? I don't know. But I'm just wondering, like, discontinued products, would you want to see me use them here and there, not like regularly on my channel? But it could be kind of fun to go down memory lane. Anyway, the reason why I thought of that is because I wanted to use this Becca bronzer, which is no longer around. This is the Gradient Sunlit Bronzer in Sunrise Waves. This used to be a favorite of mine, so I'm just gonna swirl my brush in here and just start to warm up the face with this glowy Becca bronzer. In the past, I have really steered clear of using things that you can't get anymore because it's like, I want you guys to be able to recreate a look exactly if you want to. But at the same time, there's always so many products launching, and some of us may have purchased limited edition products that we still have, so maybe it would be fun to revisit some. I don't know. Tell me in the comments what you guys would think about that. And you can be honest, like if you don't want me to use things that you can't get anymore, I won't, at least not frequently. Like I'm happy to just keep them in my personal collection and just use them for myself. But I'm just curious what you guys would think about that. I'm just gonna take my powder brush and kind of buff over top of everything. Okay, I'm gonna just put my brows on. I'm gonna use my Anastasia Brow Definer in medium brown. This is not something I forgot about, but I forgot to grab like a brow product I forgot about, so just pretend you didn't see me filling in my brows with something that I use all the time. Okay, so brows are filled in. Now the eyeshadow palette that I wanna use, you guys, I am almost like mad about the fact that I haven't used this in so long. The Huda Beauty Nude Light palette. This palette, you guys, oh, it's so good. And it used to be like my everyday palette, which is why it like hurts my heart that I forgot about it. I can't believe it. I'm so mad at myself. So we're gonna use this. I'm gonna start out with this color right here. Whoa, that was more pigmented than I remember. I'm just gonna throw this in the crease as my transition shade. And then I'm gonna take that same brush and just pinch it and run that color on the lower lash line. Next, I'm gonna dip into this shade right here, which is the most beautiful mauve color. And I'm going to apply that to like the outer portion of the eye. I seriously would wear this every single day. I'm so mad that I haven't. It's such a pretty palette. I'm gonna also apply that on the outer third of the lower lash line. We're gonna add this dark brown color. Well, it's not really that dark, but it's the deepest shade in the palette. And I'm just gonna take the same brush, add a bit of warmth and depth to the outer crease, kind of right over top of where we just applied the mauve, but a little bit more precise into the crease and that outer edge. Goodness gracious, I love this palette. Same thing, I'm just adding that same brown to the very outer third of that lower lash line. Okay, let's take this color. It's been a while since I've used this palette, but like I used to use mostly the purple in this color. So I wanna use this like bronze rose color on the eyelid. I'm just gonna focus this on the very center part of the lid, applying it with my fingertips. Now I'm gonna take that kind of golden pink shade and apply this to the inner portion of the eye using a brush so that I can really get into that inner corner. And then I'm adding just a little bit more of that center lid color. I just really love it so much. I want it to be pretty intense on that top lid. Oh my goodness, I already love this eye look. It's just so wearable, that palette, but it's so ethereal and so, I don't know, I'm just obsessed. I'm gonna use my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. This is not a mascara that I forgot about by any means, but I have not decluttered my mascaras, and the ones that I forgot about are probably expired, so I figured I should not use a mascara that I forgot about without repurchasing a new bottle. Otherwise, I might get some sort of an eye infection. So we're just sticking to the classic Lash Paradise. Okay, I'm just wiping away any fallout underneath the eyes. There is a little bit because I did my eyes later, but you know, I don't care. I'm just adding a bit more bronzer to the cheeks with my bronzer brush. And then as I decluttered my blushes, I rediscovered the Laura Mercier matte blushes, and I really wanted to reuse them. So I wanted to start out with this shade right here. This one is called Rosé. So I'm gonna take Rosé and, ooh, these are so pigmented, I forgot. And I'm just gonna kind of bounce that on like the back of the cheeks, kind of connecting it to the eyeshadow a little bit. I just kind of like that look sometimes. But we're gonna save the apples of the cheeks for another color that I'm really wanting to wear again. And that color, also from Laura Mercier, is Strawberry. Look how beautiful this pink is. This is not as like neon or like purple toned as the Dior blush, but it's such a beautiful bright pink. Oh my goodness. See, like, why isn't this color going viral? You know? Blush is having a moment these days, and as soon as I feel like there's no way I could possibly want another blush, I see someone launching blushes on Trend Mood, and I'm like, well, I want them. I don't know. I have so many blushes, but I'm in love with all of them. Like, blush to me is like the candy of my makeup room and my makeup routine. It's just everything, so I'm obsessed. This lip combo, this is also something that you can't get right now. I'm hoping she brings it back, but the KKW lip liner in the shade 0.5, oh, one of my favorites ever. So I'm so sorry that you can't get this, but I feel like I used to wear this lip liner with this eyeshadow palette all the time. Okay, for lipstick, which this actually might be a little bit deeper than the lip liner, but that's okay. The Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in JK Magic. Oh my gosh, wait. No, it's the same color as the lip liner. What the heck? I did not mean to match that perfectly. Well, if you're wanting to know what color the KKW Beauty 0.5 lip liner is, it's exactly the same as JK Magic from Charlotte Tilbury, which I know a lot of you guys have this. It's so pretty. And then I wanted to top it off with a Buxom gloss because I know so many people love this. This actually was one of the best glosses according to you in that series that I do. But it had been so long since I've used this, and I actually don't even know if I've tried this specific shade. This is Claire. Just gonna add that right on top. Ooh, it's starting to tingle already. Let's see here. Okay, we're gonna assess the situation, and I'm just gonna add a bit more bronzer with whatever's left on the brush. I'm loving how everything's looking. Truly, truly. Okay, I also wanted to revisit my One Size Beauty Turn Up the Base Versatile Foundation Powder. I wanted to use this just to kind of brighten up the under eye area. I honestly need a smaller brush to do this, but the brush that I use for my under eyes, I put in my purse and I keep forgetting to bring it down here until I've already started filming. But I'm just gonna kind of apply that underneath the eyes to really brighten. And let's go ahead and kind of use it to blur out the center of the forehead too and the chin. Like that. Okay, we're gonna do setting spray now. And I found this in my collection. I haven't decluttered setting sprays yet, but I did reorganize my beauty room and discovered this or rediscovered it and was like, wait, I used to use this all the time. The Hourglass Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray. So I'm just gonna take this. I'm gonna cover my mascara. Oh, it just spat at me, hold on. Oh my gosh, that's how long I haven't used it. I was mad. Okay, well, luckily that hit like my hair, not my makeup. Okay, now it has a fine mist. So I'm just gonna cover my mascara and just focus that on like the outer portions of the face. And then press it into the skin with my sponge. I feel like we are looking pretty dewy, even though the Lawless powder kind of mattified things for a minute. It's looking very glowy again, which I love. For highlighter, I wanted to use my Benefit What's Up. This is a classic for me, an old favorite. I'm gonna take this on my sponge and just kind of pinch the sponge and apply that to the high points of the face, just lightly building it up as I go. Ah, I'm just so happy with my makeup today. Okay, and then I'm just gonna set the brows. I'm gonna use my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter, which is what I use basically every day. And then I think we're done. Oh my gosh, the smell of this product takes me back to like the early days of my channel because I used to use that all the time when I first started my channel. Oh my gosh. Does that ever happen to you guys with perfumes or products? Like the smell of it just takes you back to a certain time frame or a moment? That just happened to me with that product. Okay, so this is the final look. I am obsessed with how it turned out. Gosh, it just really goes to show you that there are some really good products that have existed for a long time that maybe I've forgotten about or maybe you forgot about that are still so good. Like I love how my makeup looks right now. And I mean, some of the things you can't get anymore, like I'm loving the glowy bronzer, but you know, I'm sure we could find another glowy bronzer to recreate this look, but I'm just really happy with how it all turned out. The eyeshadow especially, you know, I vow to never forget about this again, okay? Like what a crime that I forgot about this. I can't even believe it. Especially with how pretty it looks. I'm just loving my eye look, especially. Those blushes are so pretty. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of the things that I forgot about. Maybe you forgot about them too. Maybe you've had them in your collection. Maybe you saw people use it on YouTube and forgot about them that way. I don't know. I would love to hear in the comments down below if you guys have tried any of these before and if you still have them in your routine or if you also forgot about them. Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to keep doing videos like this. I know I do my Full Face of Nothing New series quite frequently on my channel, but I feel like makeup I forgot about is like next level Full Face of Nothing New, you know what I mean? So let me know if you'd like to see more episodes of this. I hope you guys had fun watching this tutorial because I had so much fun creating a look with these products. If you're new here, I would love for you to join the family. You can subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, that's it from me today. I hope you all have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.